Alrighty, so there are going to be two methods for this. I'm going to be using my main team for this, and I am going to be testing this out with the brand new Little Stat Pets Full 99 team. So basically what I'm going to be doing is seeing how quickly I am able to get a bunch of these little dollars and see how much I'm able to go ahead and sell in the trade hub right now. It is super important that you guys do this as soon as possible before the wrap actually drops on these, even more than they are now. So obviously this is sped up by 50 times. I am using my primary loadout because it doesn't matter how much stuff I break, like the boss chest, the ginormous things that you see there, like the lucky block thing. It doesn't really change the difference of how many dollars you get, but I'm getting other loot on top of this. So we're going to go ahead and let this continue to go, and we're going to transition to doing the smaller team. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put the dollars that I ended up getting from my primary team, and I'm going to put that inside of a box dedicated to this so you guys can see the difference between the two. Now, that is a lot of dollars, and that's how much I ended up grinding. Now, I want to say this was at least almost under an hour of just purely grinding with my main team. And yes, we're going to call it I'm Rich Box, because at the end of this video, I've made so many gems doing this. So now we're going to go ahead and take everything that you see there out. We're going to take everything out. We're not even going to use an exclusive for this. We're going to go ahead and replace those with brand new stat pets. And this is just to kind of showcase that it's not that hard to break any of the items that you see there, and you don't need an aggressive team in order to go ahead and get more of these essentially. So we're going to go ahead and do that and let this speed through. Alrighty, so now that we are concluded with this, we're going to go ahead and see how many dollars we were able to get within the same time frame-ish. Okay, and then afterwards in the trade hub, I was selling stacks of these for literal 22 million gems per 5,000. So as you can see that people are actually actively going out and buying these, though keep in mind I am selling them extremely under wrap because I want to sell these before they actually lose value. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to be losing any gems doing this because I am able to afford to sell this for cheaper and essentially just save up gems. So we're gonna go ahead and let this play throughout, and I want to say this probably took about an hour or so to just basically sell everything. And I'm assuming people are waiting for these to drop even more so people can go out and buy it for cheaper. Or better yet, because they're so cheap right now on my booth, they're going to go ahead and resell it for either wrap or just a little bit over wrap into hopes of actually making profit for these. So after finally selling everything out, I am going to go ahead and AFK grind, and I am officially awoken this morning. Now the wrap for these went down by a lot. So I want to say this is probably somewhere around to almost 3,000 gems a piece. So I can afford to sell them for 600 gems a piece. So every stack is going to be at least 3 million gems. And even then, 3 million gems just to sell off this quickly is 100% worth it in my eyes. So especially if there's players out there that have no idea how to earn gems so quickly, this is one of the methods that I usually recommend, especially if something really, really good comes out. Just sell it for cheap. You will get more eventually, especially when they are losing valuation like this. This is the #1 thing that everybody should be doing in order to make extra income on the game ASAP. So I'm going to be essentially just grinding this out until the valuation of these probably hit maybe, hypothetically speaking, 400 gems a piece or even 200 gems a piece. So we're going to be basically grinding this section out for at least 10 minutes. And within those 10 minutes, you guys are going to essentially see how much you're able to earn if you have like a team comparable to mine. And then afterwards, we're going to go ahead and switch that off with a new loadout because I'm still using my previous loadout that I normally use for just AFK grinding. And of course, if you're going to have super drops, you can use treasure hunter flags, like I said before, in the little books. Now that the 7 minutes are basically up, this is how much I'm able to get within that time frame. So it doesn't really matter how many different books that you guys choose to use. I'm going to go ahead and put that all together, and this is how much I essentially accumulated within that 15, 17, 20 minute time frame. So I would really recommend just spending a night just basically grinding this out. Take the haul into the trade hub and just essentially sell them. But what exactly do these boosts do? Well, you can actually go to the boost exchange and basically pay for extra boosts. Now, this is really essential for players out there that do not have the capability of basically earning that much in drops, aka super drops. Now, I use the 15% chance drop boost just to get more of the dollar bills and essentially go back into the trade hub and sell it. So it's like a perfect exchange for just getting unlimited gems, essentially, like basically daily. So it is worth it to do this, to go out and to sell and then repeat that process until it loses all of its value. And at the end of the day, this is all profit. Mind you, this is all profit. Now, of course, there's going to be people out there that are probably not going to be able to earn as much as I am right now. And I know that's for a fact because of the super drops. Obviously, it gives you better random drops. So again, like I said previously, get your treasure hunter flags because that will help you out greatly. Obviously, you want to pay attention to your loadouts. Pay attention to them. You want to get the best treasure hunter books as possible. I know if you're able to go out into the trade hub, or even better yet, make your own treasure hunter potions and use those as well. Obviously, cocktails, any boosts that increases your like loot drops, get those. I know it's super hard right now to find things that are just like candy cane wise, Christmas wise and stuff, so those might be out of the question for some players, but if you're able to actually get shiny fruits too, that will help you as well. I know the numbers might be like really tiny and stuff, but at the end of the day, try to get shiny pineapples or at least make them because that will also help you out. And even if you're comfortable and you are confident that you're selling these for wrap, I would say sell it for just a little bit under wrap. Obviously, like I said before, I'm selling this really under wrap because I can afford to lose that extra gem value that it has in between. Obviously, I'm selling this like almost 70% off. We'll just say 70% off because that sounds cooler. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comments. Obviously, this is a brand new method that I just discovered today because I just figured I'm not going to really use this because I don't really need the extra boosts that the machine gives me. So let me go ahead and go into the trade hub and sell these and see what happens. When I started to notice everybody was buying them, I kind of had a light bulb light up and I said, oh my gosh, this is a new gem making method. I must share it with the world. So let me know down in the comments below if you've been selling them, how much have you been selling them, and have you had any luck selling them? And until then, hopefully you guys are able to make as much gems as possible so you guys can go out and buy whatever it is your heart's desire. Bye everyone!